welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla. So Pisces, Aries cusp. This is your reading for this week. Bum 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 bum. There's an acceptance of an ending. An ending. Now, this can be, again, these are general readings, so this could be in love, career, etc. And it's weird because as you were feeling something or you knew that something was coming to an end, there was almost this energy of despair, this energy of wanting to hold on to it, this energy of like not wanting to let go. But then when something ends, finally, there is this sense of release, this sense of peace is basically what I'm mainly picking up on. So even though leading up to the end of something, emotions were running high, it may have felt very chaotic, it may have felt very like almost like you were in a fog, like you couldn't see clearly. You didn't know how you were going to move on or how you were going to go on without this person or this thing or this job or whatever it is. And it's like the moment that it ends, there is just like this inner peace that it's almost this confirmation that it needed to end, right? And needing to just accept that it's not for whatever the reason, because there's a reason why this ended. It's because there's something else that is coming in, because I can see it, but it's like it's still hidden, if that makes any sense. But it's like it's accepting that something that was holding you back, even if you were unaware that something was holding you back, needed to end. Now, if this is not a person, if this is not career, this is just a mindset, a certain belief. But there was an attachment of like not wanting to let go, wanting to hold on to it, and then the holding on created a lot of chaos, created a lot of uncertainty, a lot of doubts, etc. So you had almost like enough of it and you surrender and you just kind of ended it, right? And there is, it's almost like it comes rushing in like a flood, this peace, this harmony energy. And you're just like, you're telling me that I could have felt this way a year ago when you first told me to let go of this? Fuck. That type of energy. So what I want to say with that is, don't allow if it took you longer than, if spirit has been leading you to do something for a very long time and you're just doing it now, don't worry about how long it took you to do it, because now you're in a space, and now my head is feeling very heavy. Now you're in a space where you're more open, more receptive to receiving and listening to the messages and actually taking the actions right away. So this is almost like, okay, let's put it this way. And this is just an example, guys. I've had my gifts, and I've talked about this from the beginning of the channel since I was a child. And I went through, as a child, I was told that what I had was evil, was from the devil, and we're talking about religion here, right? Catholic. After I got married, I went into Christianity. And this is not about throwing shade on any religion or anyone's belief. I'm talking about my own personal experience. When I got into Christianity after I got married, I expressed what my gifts were, and I was told the same thing, that it was something demonic, it was something that needed to be taken out of me. And I remember battling for years of trying to figure out a way to get rid of what I had, or what I have, let's put it this way. And every time I would try, or I would research or whatever, there was like this uncertain thing, like, no, this is what you're meant to be doing. No, this is what you're meant to be doing. And throughout those years, there were times where I would do this privately. I would host parties at my house and would do like weekend parties where all I was doing was reading people back to back. It was amazing. It was a beautiful experience. And then I stopped. Because at the back of my head, there was always this thing of like, oh, this is evil, this is evil, this is evil. Fast forward to about 5 years ago, I was taken out of work for medical reasons. Those of you that are aware, I was talking about it, the narcolepsy with cataplexy. And prior to leaving work, I remember I was told to start a YouTube channel doing this. And I was just like, oh, hell no, I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to do that. No, 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 no. And even after I was out of work, I still didn't want to do it. I still didn't want to do it. And then one day I was just like, you know what, fuck it. If this is what I'm meant to do, then I'm just going to jump into it and do it. And then I started doing it. And it wasn't so much... It's not so much about how many views I get. It's not so much about how many subscribers I get. Yeah, of course, I want to have a lot of subscribers. I want to have a lot of views. Not for personal gain, but because I feel that what I have to share and the way that my gifts come through help people. So when I first started the channel and I started doing personal readings during like video chats and phone calls or recorded videos and things like that, which was completely something new because I've always done in person. And even with videos that people comment, I received so much feedback from those that I was servicing, right, with my gifts, of how much I helped them attain clarity, heal, release, etc. Because there's a lot more than I do than just reading. I do a lot of energy work, like energy transmutation, amongst other things, to help the individual become the best version of themselves. That, not the best version that I think you could be, the best version that you think you can be, that vision that you have for yourself, for your life, right? And I remember when I first started the channel and I started getting all these emails, these thank yous, and I mean, I'm talking about like paragraphs here of people of like how much I helped them either see something clearly or understand something, release something, whatever it was. And I remember like for a period of time, I kept talking to myself like, damn, why did you take so long? Like, why did you... And I sat in that energy. And what that did to me was it almost like sent me back, right? It almost sent me back because then I was like, I almost became afraid of my own gifts, because then I was like, well, am I going to be able to handle it, right? And I had to, again, work through those feelings, through those emotions, right? In order to get to a place where I'm at now, right? And the reason why I'm sharing this story is because whatever it is that you're finally surrendering to, whatever it is that you're finally letting go of, that you're allowing to end in order to begin what it is that is meant for you, is going to bring so much happiness and so much joy to your life that living any other way doesn't even cross your mind. I don't know if that makes any sense, right? You know, I have a lot of people tell me like, you know, oh, well, until this day, let's put it this way, I have people comment and say that, you know, what I'm doing is evil and this and this and that. And I just sit there and I'm like, if that is what you believe, I'm not going to change your mind, right? Because that's not my job. I sit, let's put it this way, or I rely on the people that I have actually been able to help, the people that have actually been able to turn their life around. because of what I do. And that's kind of like the energy that I'm sensing for you. That even though something was very hard to end, don't dwell on how long it took you to end something, because you're starting something beautiful. You're starting something that is going to change your life. Alrighty, guys. Enough about me, right? Let's go ahead and pull out an oracle card. Now, this can be confirmation to the reading. This can be your advice, or simply something that needs to be made aware of that didn't come out in the reading. It's whatever is happening, whatever this ending is bringing in a huge opportunity for life-changing events to fall into place. It's like a huge synchronicity in your life, right? So one card, Spirit, one card. Don't hesitate. Don't be afraid while you're in the midst of it, of the new that is coming. Don't. Greet the darkness. When we think about endings, when we think about not seeing the unknown, we think about dark, right? When you can't see. Here, where the spine bends and the mouth quivers. Breathe the hidden, excuse me. The pieces that make you whole but cut deep with all their sharp edges. Let me read that again because I fucked up a couple of times. Here, where the spine bends and the mouth quivers. Breathe the hidden, the pieces that make you whole but cut deep with all of their sharp edges. Whatever it is that you're letting go was holding you back. Whatever it is that you're letting go, whatever is ending, was not serving you. And it's not so much about how much the situation took from you. I feel that the biggest grief here is you telling yourself or blaming yourself for taking so long to actually go ahead and end something. Well, guys, that is all that I have for you for this week. As always, thank you for your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. Thank you to all of those that have been donating. It is greatly appreciated. And if you have not liked, share, or subscribed, I encourage you to do so. It helps with growing the channel, getting the video out there for more people, as well as keeping me accountable. For personal readings, all that information can be found down below in the description. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Mwah! Love you all. Bye-bye.